490 BC, a guy named Philippides ran 40 kilometers to bring the news about the victory over the Persians to Athenians. He was the first journalist in the world. Since then, journalists haven't stopped running. But now, is the internet the end of the running journalists? We are a group of young journalists from all over Europe who gather together in Potsdam to find an answer. But first of all, we listen to what our audience had to say. What do they think about the future of journalism and their part in it?
It's the way the new generation is going, computerized.
I think newspapers are going down in the future.
Internetorientiert.
The audience will be using the internet, behaving interactive and searching for opinion.
Und meinungssuchend.
Future of journalism will be more democratic, interactive and more colorful.
Und vielfältiger.
Right, because today I've met at least 40 new young journalists, and with all their work and all their quality and all their interest, I think journalism doesn't have anything to worry about.
Someday we're just gonna ask how many readers can we reach, no matter which media we use.
What kind of education is required for journalists? What kind of education should be required to get the best out of our young journalists? Do young journalists think it's worthwhile to study journalism? Sylvia from Bulgaria.
You cannot learn this by the street. There are some exceptions. Of course, there are big professional journalists who have not studied journalism. The bigger part of journalistic work is the experience.
One of the journalists who studied something other than journalism is Maxim for Ukraine.
Well, I think it is worth studying journalism, yeah. But I didn't study journalism at all.
Yannick from Belgium thinks it's worthwhile to study journalism.
For me, it's easier to study journalism because it's already arranged for you. Okay, you can go to this internship, you can go to these courses, you don't have to find it out for yourself.
So, what will the journalism in the future look like? Again, Yannick.
I don't have a crystal ball, so I cannot say what is the future of journalism.
Mr. Rudolf Porsche, the executive director of Axel Springer Academy in Berlin, believes in the power of education also in the field of journalism. One of the aims of journalistic education is to give the future journalists the tools to create quality journalism in different media. But is journalism a real science at all? Rudolf Porsche.
It's no science at all. It's a craft. It's a craft. It's just the task of reporting and supporting people with the messages, with the news, with the stories they need and they want. Best attitude is don't believe anything and try to figure out everything. Be curious. Be curious. Think of your audience. Be a servant for your audience.
Each person looks at things from different angle. Let's see what the participants are taking with them from this workshop.
I think it's been a really interesting experience to meet so many people from different journalistic backgrounds. I think the journalist role is a worldwide role.
Now I have my head full of ideas, and I think that it is always very good to talk about the condition of our profession, because when you talk about something, then you have a chance to make it better, to enhance your standards and to know what the other people are thinking about it.
Yes, journalists will keep on running. And unlike Philippides, we will survive the long run.